So let's get this thing trending. Let's get the algorithm popping.
I don't know where it's from. He actually doesn't have to look for
Yeah.
the feel of being here.
Algorithm.
That's the algorithm. All right, y'all.
An algorithm.
Safely, Mama.
I used to spray paint and do graffiti. That's why.
That's why it's like it's something hidden behind the spray.
That's why I lay this down the way I do.
Goodness gracious.
See? I lay it down like I'm a graffiti artist. You lay that base coat down of primer.
This is Lysol.
What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with a little Lysol in your life. You know how many-
Y'all can see if this is crazy. That's crazy.
You know how many people don't
If y'all
even...
see this desk,
Hey, but a nigga ain't gonna get sick, tell you that.
look at this is crazy though. It is dripping.
Hey, is the table clean though? No, look at what's on the other end of that. Yeah. Oh, hand me the headphones. Turn them up.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just
Is
let
that
me ask
Andy?
Ronald
No.
exactly what's going
Singing?
on. Because it takes
That part.
tango,
No.
and I need to hear your side of the story.
Can you get a paper towel?
We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yeah.
I left the courtroom during my divorce trial, and I realized that it was never love, it was just a transaction. Wow, so we did a whole marriage and did the whole duration of a child and starting a family, just to find out that it was all about money, status, transaction. Now, imagine me being the only actor in a relationship to then realize that I was in a relationship for 5 years with one of the best actors I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the voice of actor and singer Tyrese Gibson, talking about his relationship with the mother of his child. And he's talking about, Transactional relationship. I have to cover it. I must deal with this tonight. Tonight's topic, attachment for hire. A deeper look at what it means to date and or marry a social mercenary. You guys have heard me use this term before as it pertains to relationships. But what is a mercenary? Late 14th century. One who works only for hire. One who has no higher motive to work than the love of gain. So many people trying to get something out you, or you trying to get something out them. A relational mercenary. Sometimes you just gotta ask the question, what are you here for? What do you want? 1-800-920-1580. Are you dating a social mercenary? Gosh. The word itself, merces, means pay, reward, wages, merchandise. See, let me tell you something. If I have a conversation with a young lady and she sounds like the system, she sounds like society, oh, we might be dealing with a relational mercenary. If you're talking to a young man and all he got is what he's accomplished in the world, and all he wants is to get more of what he's accomplished in the world. Gosh, might be dealing with a social or a relational mercenary. I have to ask these questions because people don't know how to relate. They think, and it's not that they're wrong. Let's just keep it real. It's not that they're wrong, because the way society is set up, the more money you have, the more options you have across the board. Relationships get you in the rooms you ain't supposed to be in, or it doesn't matter. Do you get what I'm saying? So what happens is the have-nots try to align themselves with the haves so that they can have a relational mercenary. They trying to get paid. Some type of reward, some type of wage for relating with you. Do you know the concept, you're not on my level? That is a relational mercenary term. You're not on my level. I don't deal with women like you. Or I don't deal with brothers like you. Get your weight up. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Andy, you see it? Get your weight up. I need y'all to hear that. Questions. Within your intimate relationship construct, are you more transactional, reciprocal, or personal? Yeesh. You ain't even thought to ask that. Andy, they ain't even thought to ask that question. That's a first date question. Hey, you know, in your previous relationships, Barbara, or would you say you're more transactional, reciprocal, or personal? Because, you know, we're trying to fill each other out, trying to get to know each other. We don't want to waste anybody's time now, do we? Barbara. Transactional relationships are those in which the terms are made explicit, right? And there is little, if any, expectation of continuance. I'm here for this. This is what I want. Can you give it to me? And if you can't give it to me, we will not continue this endeavor. Gosh. Reciprocal relationships, on the other hand, rely on expectations right? That are explicit and implicit. They are implied and they are articulated. Gosh. Personal relationships, right? Extends one's own sense of well-being to include others. That is, when you're in a personal relationship, you include your partner's well-being in the consideration of your own. Now, there's a lot of people out there who swear for God that they are in a personal relationship, but all the actions sound like the aforementioned framework: reciprocal and transactional. Can we just be honest? See, people want to know about relationships, right? You really want to know how relationships work, but because you're a human, right? Nobody is really digging deep. You're going to fall into, you're going to get into the university of you at some point. You're going to get into a relationship at some point. But if you don't have a framework for how you show up, if you don't have a framework for who you are, all of this stuff is trial by error. You just jump in, trial by fire, I'm saying. You just jump in. Agree or disagree? In reciprocal relationships, people will reward kindness and punish selfishness. So, you don't remember last year that I broke bread with you on your birthday? You don't remember that? What kind of bread did I break? You bought me a 7-Eleven icy for my birthday this year. A lot of scorekeeping in reciprocal relationships. Let's dig deeper, Zoe. You guys remember, I told you in the early shows of The Voice of Reason, what did I say? I said, truly, reciprocity is an organic thing. We've made reciprocity transactional. As my good friend Heru Ali from Battle Creek, Michigan always says, value for value. Right? First off, you got two people who overvalue or aggrandize their own self-importance as a means to hide their wounds. And then they create, listen to me, they create expectations for their partner that is based on this aggrandized image of themselves. So you got expectations for your completed self, the self you project out into the world as I got it together, but really on the inside, you're small, you're anxious, you're weak, you're broken, and you're an actress or an actor. And your expectations are more aligned with the image of you than they are with the reality of you. Oh, goodness. Attachment for hire. A deeper look at what it means to date/marry a social mercenary. Oh, Lord, when we come forward, I'm opening up the phone lines. Get in here. We cooking? We cooking? Y'all calling or no? Let's get everybody to call in. Everybody who ordered a book yesterday, I think we got 5 orders. I shipped them out. Those books were shipped this morning. All right? Xylon, you ordered a book just before the show began. Your book will be shipped out tomorrow. Max TV, you should call in. Participate. I need callers. I need 3 callers. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get 3 callers in here right now. Let's have a real conversation. I'm inviting you guys to not sit back and listen. I'm inviting you guys to jump in and talk with me. Share your experiences. Tell me how maybe you've experienced some of this in your life. Don't just sit back. Participate. 1-800-920-1580. Oh, that's good. 1-800-920-1580. Watch your tone and your delivery. In Zynga, the coaching sessions go as follow. I don't give you a time. You pick a time which is suitable for you, either on a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday. You pick a time that fits your schedule on those 3 days. So if it's Friday at, let's say Friday at 3 p.m., boom, locked in. I need my coaching session before you call into the show. What? No, Xylon, that's not a call into the show, man. We're not doing excuses now. Get in here. My mom says she's gonna call. Put her on the line. Let's go. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. Get on the lines. Get on the lines.
Oh, you
Live in 30. Huh? Can't help yourself, huh? You just can't, huh? You know what's gonna happen. We'll have to put you in there with Andy. Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm sure I don't have no problem.
I have 6 years to do in 1 hour. I don't know if you're gonna get 6 years out. Ladies, friends, and family, that's the legendary Michael Jackson. The record is called Money. It wasn't a hit, but it fits this topic, and it was good. Off that History album, Past, Present, and Future. Michael Jackson, 1995. My playlist is my co-host. We turned up tonight, as we are all nights. Are transactional relationships fundamentally self-serve related? I'm just here for what I can get. Right? Because sometimes you can be somebody within the construct of this society, and people will come to you even if they don't really vibe with you personally. But they vibe with your position. They vibe with your status. They vibe with the resources that come with being next to someone of your status. Are you a status dater? Somebody call me, 1-800-920-15. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Before we came forward, and now that we've come full circle, I asked the question, do you agree or disagree? In reciprocal relationships, people will reward kindness and punish selfishness. Do you do that in your relationships? I need y'all to stop lying. People are so uncomfortable having these conversations. I make it comfortable. You be laughing. You listen to good music. We listen now. This ain't a place to be scared. You can call in anonymously. Say your name is Charles when it's really Raheem. You can say your name is Betty when it's really Shaquanda Lisa. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to tell your real name. I'm just saying, these are difficult discussions and people struggle with them. True or false? Only by knowing your relationship can you avoid the pain of overestimating your expectation of others. What kind of relationship am I in? Is it personal? Is it reciprocal? Or is it merely transactional? 1-800-920-1580. Are you dating a social mercenary? Are social mercenaries loyal to their relationship or to the resources the relationship provides? Let me read it again. Are social mercenaries loyal, faithful to their relationship or to the resources it provides? Are most social relationships or transactional relationships devoid of understanding of its inherent spiritual quality and meaning? This is why I tell y'all, spirituality is lost in this world. You don't know that relationship is inherently spiritual, period. That is the biggest part of relationship. You saw that old meme or that old quote when they talk about the tip of the iceberg. Society, the social aspect of relationship is merely the tip. The rest of the iceberg is all spiritual. Why y'all? Why are y'all together? For what purpose? Not just we living a good life and relationship goals and we in Jamaica. It's more than that. The phone lines are lit right now. Let's get the callers in here. People need to speak on this. Let's get it cracking. Sean, Oakland, California, the first on tap.
Brother, so I'm gonna try to make this as clear as possible. So if you're a social mercenary, right, in regards to a relationship, you better damn well be doing for the entire community. You better be protecting everybody. And do I need to even give all the labels? Let's just make sure that everyone is an equal, even when you may not agree with their personal lifestyle. The other thing is, here's the way I see a social mercenary though nowadays. Because not just nowadays, it's been for a long time, 20, 30 years. You know, it's very materialistic. So with social media now and everything, and capitalism, everyone has these things in their head regarding like material gains. Like, oh my goodness, that dude has a great car. Oh my goodness, that person has a house and this and that and all the other. You are missing out on a team that can get all those things, but not be wedded to capitalism. Capitalism has a ton of flaws, right? The rich have the advantages before you even get into the mix if you're young, and that's why I'm saying this, because I have young, kids, is that the way to get into it is to have your own dreams and to have your own drive and to make sure that anybody you want to be on your team is down with, taking some risk, taking a certain amount of risk, failing sometimes, but bouncing back with resilience and keep going. and you keep going and you keep going, because if you never failed in this country, on this continent, you've never been living. And guess what? If you just go to someone with some sort of a social mercenary agenda or a capitalism agenda, with someone you're just meeting, and it doesn't work out in the first 6 months, you may have missed out on something that ends up being a big thing.
Man.
You've got to be smarter.
Man, that's good stuff, Sean. Sean from Oakland, California. We appreciate you, man. Love you too, man. Hey, we lost a caller. Who dropped? But in the meantime, call back. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Let's go to Jamal from Los Angeles. Jay Measy, get up in here.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening, sir.
I'm fortunate to have tuned into your show. I have not heard you in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad to know you on from 79.
Thank you, brother.
What you said just before the break, can you repeat that for me, please? Do you?
I don't quite remember. I said quite a few things.
Just before the break, you said something in respect to, I wish I would quote that, but it was in respect to, reciprocity, and then you said something about that in terms of relationships.
So,
before the break.
Okay, I remember. So, I was saying, in a conscious or a spiritual relationship, reciprocity is organic. In a transactional relationship, reciprocity is expected. It is an expectation. And the question that was asked that wrapped around it was agree or disagree. In reciprocal relationships, people will reward kindness and punish selfishness.
Yes. And the question was, has people that called, have you been guilty of that?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I ain't got to lie. Yes, I have been.
Well, talk to me, Jamal. Tell the truth, man, and shame the devil.
Tell the truth. We ain't got nothing to lie about. Okay? I've been there and done that. I don't live like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been there and done that.
How did it work for you when you were doing it?
Oh. it didn't do anything to it didn't do anything to enhance my spirit whatsoever.
Come on. Hey, Jamal. No, Jamal. Brother, I love you. You got to hold on. Jamal, hold tight. Because Jamal done came up in here and opened a can of whoop ass. I like that. He said it didn't do nothing to enhance my spirit. Come on. When we come forward, we going back to L.A. to talk to Jamal because he ain't playing this evening. Jamal came with that fire. Let me tell you something. He ain't did shit for me.
Been there, done that. I ain't got a lot of you. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Ain't nothing happened for me because I did that shit. Ain't nothing.
He could have easily said, yeah, I got the money and everything. He said he didn't do nothing.
You like that song, huh? You never heard it, huh? Took you by surprise. Yo, Super Chat is at $1.99. This is like Dollar Tree relationship talk.
You have an issue with somebody named Strella, right?
We live on the air.
New York? Okay. My bad.
You know what? You worse than...
My bad.
I've been quiet this whole show.
Let me walk away, man.
So now...
Yay!
So, hey, thank you, Nzinga. So now you done contaminated.
No, don't do it.
Everybody copying you.
Contaminated me with all your cussing behind the stage. We we forgot what we can and can't say. Forgot we went live. We follow the
It's
leader
in
around
God.
here.
Thank you.
Just quick to throw me under the bus. We follow the leader.
You know
we
good
follow
well.
the leader around here.
Oh, so because I'm
Yeah.
cussing during the break, that make you feel like, oh well, fuck it then.
Wow, I just don't know what fucking where the fucking stop.
Okay, wait a minute.
I forgot. I had to draw back.
So day before yesterday, we on the show.
He bringing it back up. This is Wednesday. This man talking about Monday. Man, ain't anybody even think about Monday's show. Let him talk.
Cause you left me. You didn't come on my birthday. You disappeared. I was sitting here by myself celebrating my birthday alone. You see how you do? Anyway, on Monday, I'm in the middle of cooking somebody on the radio. She in here, the phone ringing, and she over on the other side. We live on the air. Mind you, we live on the air. She go, hey, say that again. Say that again? I'm on the radio. What the fuck? I didn't, in my head, I'm going, say it again. I'm over here cooking this dude right now. I'm in full drop information mode. Say it one more time for the gram. She got her phone at one more time. Say it again. Say it again. Her mic ain't on, but my mic is on. Say it one more time. Do it again. Do it. Say what you just say. Say it one more. I'm like, what the?
I forgot. Yeah, I did try to get him for the gram.
I was like, what is going on?
Jesus.
Say it one more again, right here in the camera.
And Zinga, I think she hit you too. Either or, we thank you, baby.
Hey man, I love y'all for hitting that
And
super
that's
chat. Y'all
so
got us
sweet of
up
you.
there. Venus.
That's beautiful.
Peace,
baby.
love. Thank you. Oh
And she a
shit.
cousin. And she a cousin. Oh, show out for Zoe. See all the love I bring in. Look at all the love. How much love did you get yesterday when I was in the studio?
I got some
Exactly.
love though.
A little bit.
I got some
But
love.
watch how we show up for you today.
I got some love.
Look. Let's show up.
I got love.
I got love. It's love.
Now watch what happens when I start sprinkling shit all over. Now do it for the gram while you're on the air. What the fuck? That's why we gangster skate. Bet 100, shoot 100. Say it on the air. What the? Huh?
Don't sweat out my edges.
That's
I'm
what
not
you
playing
do.
with you,
That's
Zoe.
that's how you come in here on a live show.
I sure did act cool. I'm like, Lord.
I said, what the fuck is going on?
Yay! Birthday love.
Okay, can I get an hour and 10 minutes? Love this show. Xylon, thank you, sir.
Yay! Ladies, I heard that. Hi, cousin.
Ain't no issue. Everybody getting through.
Love. Ooh, what's the issue?
Ain't no issue.
Ain't no issue. All right, love. I see you, Sugarfoot. That was so amazing.
Attila, that's what she said. Do it for the gram. Say it again. Say it one more time. That was deep. Say it one more time. Do it for the gram.
I didn't know you heard.
But she be speaking in her regular voice, like she not in a tell the truth.
He not lying, y'all. That man ain't lying. I thought, Lord Jesus. That's why I'm quiet as a people here today. A little bit.
Yo, you guys did great, man. We're at $84.09. I appreciate it.
That's amazing, guys.
Yes, Arabia is
Lord.
the Energizer Bunny.
Somebody gotta do a job.
Ain't she a sad
I
rising?
sure am.
Are you?
I am
Oh.
a Sag rising. Thank you, Z. You know me, girl. I sure am.
Oh, God. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. This is the craziest. The chat is crazy. Everybody crazy. 30 seconds. We're going to get her on, too. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the voice of reason back in the building. You already know what it is. The voice of reason is completely on fire right now. And we talking about attachment for hire. Gosh, I'm trying to get over. I'm trying to come up. If I can't come up, what are we doing, brother? Attachment for hire, a deeper look at what it means to date/marry a social mercenary. What is a social mercenary or a relational mercenary? Somebody who ain't really into you, for who you are, what you're about. They're just into your resources, your Rolodex, your wallet. And this is heavy. This is heavy right now. This is heavy because, do you have that clip one more time? Let's hear this Tyrese clip. Let me set it up for you. He's talking about his ex, right? And of course, you know, he had to pay all of her legal fees. He had to pay court fees. He had to pay back child support. He had to pay a lot of things. And I'm not advocating for Tyrese. I'm not saying Tyrese is 100% right. I don't know their relationship. I don't know the details about nothing. What I do know is he said something quite interesting. Andy?
I left the courtroom during my divorce trial, and I realized that it was never love, it was just a transaction. Wow, so we did a whole marriage and did the whole duration of a child and starting a family, just to find out that it was all about money, status, transaction. Imagine me being the only actor in a relationship to then realize that I was in a relationship for 5 years with one of the best actors I've ever met in my life.
Wow. He said the woman put up a show, was a relationship thespian, just performing every Monday. You want some eggs? You want an omelet? Let's not act like this isn't a real phenomenon. We're not saying anybody in Tyrese's specific situation is guilty or innocent. But the concepts that the man spoke to, are they not real? I believe they're exceedingly pervasive. You could even say they're ubiquitous. Now, we have Jamal on the line. He hit us upside the dome piece with the question. Jamal, you said your answer to my question, agree or disagree, in reciprocal relationships, people will reward kindness and punish selfishness. And you said, yo, this is something I have done, and it didn't actually add anything to my spirit. Can you talk to us about your experience, brother?
Okay, well, I can mention one particular relationship that comes to mind. It was with a woman, you know, and I'm simply running the street trying to get as much tail as I possibly can. I really liked her, and but I wanted her to be in my circle because I wanted to have sex with her, you know. And I was rewarded every time, but I wasn't in love with her, you know. I was not in love with her whatsoever.
So were you acting? Were you pretending? Talk to us about the acting part.
I was being very nice and sweet to her. Yes, I was being very nice and sweet and attentive to her. But it was no way that I was going to go and get married to her because I had another woman in my life at the time who, for sure, I was truly in love with.
So you put on a show just so you could score the touchdown.
You know what? That's the bottom line. There ain't nothing to lie about. And the thing about that is, men and women are guilty of this, but are they willing to stand up and face the truth and tell the truth about it? I've seen these type of relationships. I've seen other men get involved with them. I've seen women get involved with other men simply to get over. Simply to get over. You know, I don't live like that no more. I used to. I remember one thing, she was playing on this other woman. She was playing on me, and I was playing on her, and she thought she had me tied up. She was extremely attractive, beautiful, just jet black, gorgeous woman. Oh my God, God bless her. She was so beautiful. But what's on the outside don't speak for the inside.
Ooh.
So what's on the outside does not speak for what's on the inside. And so in these days and times, you know, living the life I live now is just completely different. Completely. I almost had a relationship with a woman, but then when things came to the light, and you said, no, I knew that it was best. I didn't even have sex with her. I didn't even proceed any further because it was her way or the highway. Okay, and so I just knew that this wasn't going to work. And so, you know, but I'm glad and I'm fortunate that I've changed my life around. I don't have to live like that in any type of relationship that I have with men or women, intimately, socially, what have you. I'm straight up and ain't no playing beating around the bush and trying to play somebody. I don't live my life like that no more. Because that ain't good for my spirit, you know.
Man, I appreciate the transparency, brother. Hey,
I ain't got no problem with it, man. You know, I got a lot of transparency in my life. I got 27 years clean and free. Okay?
Good. Yes.
I dug in and stood up for myself, and that's where it's at, you know. And I'm so glad I caught your show. I look forward to hearing it many more times because it's cerebral, and that's a good thing. And it's spiritual, you know, and I like that. I need that type of food, you know.
Come on, brother. Thank you, brother. Brother Jamal brought Los Angeles. You welcome, brother. You welcome, brother. Brother Jamal brought Los Angeles in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Let's get these callers in who have been waiting. Who's on the longest? Nzinga, Pensacola, Florida. Get in here. Nzinga. Hey, what up?
Yes, nothing much. Okay, so one of my most favorite songs is by Rhythmic, and she says some of them want to use you, some of them want to abuse you, and some of them want to be abused. I feel like they know that they're dating social pariahs. Like if you look at social media, I mean even around your way, sometimes you guys they date the same girls. They maybe you could say they're being passed around.
Mm-hmm.
They know that, you know, they're looking for the come up, and they know that whether it's a rich woman or a rich man, you kind of know what it is. And I feel like when Tyrese met that woman, I mean, did he not know?
Keep going, Nzinga. Keep going.
I mean, I feel like you know these things, and then he gets on social media. He wants all of us to be at the courthouse for him. Like, I do feel for him because, you know, he is my brother, and I don't feel like anybody should be used. But if you lead him with you lead him with your wallet, you look at him on social media, whining and dining this other girl, and she's saying, "Oh, I like to
break out the phone call,"
because he's always pining after his ex-wife. That's why, to me, that's why she did that. That was like a shot. To me, that was like a little get back, a little for all the times he's, publicly still trying to get over his ex-wife, So for me, I just feel like you know what it is when you get with these people. And then you want to come back and cry later. I mean, she's getting something out of it, and so are you. So, that's all I have to say.
I love Nzinga. Nzinga said, "Don't come in here crying wolf. Don't you come crying wolf." Nzinga brought Pensacola, Florida in the building. Listen, if you want to bring your city into this nationally broadcasted show, all you got to do is call me right now, 1-800-920-1580. We on fire tonight. When I come forward, we're going to Austin, Texas, and we're going to the Bronx, New York. Everybody got a lot to talk about tonight.
Is it good to you? More voice of reason.
Y'all talking about this woman? You talking about this woman?
What happened?
Is that the woman that he crying about on the radio?
That's the woman he with now. That might be the woman that
he was sad about?
Yeah.
Oh, so the dark skin, the brown one, the actor, but the light boy, bad. Tyrese, you don't get headphones.
Hey, Chitlin Pimp, Lloyd Hinton, and Chitlin Pimp, and Suge Mac 510. Who else? Man, everybody hitting that super chat. Chillin' Pimp said happy belated birthday. Thank you. Lloyd Hinton dropped a 50 spot. Thank you, brother. Who else is in here? Love dropped a. Huh?
Oh, you wonder why she broke up with him?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't follow this very closely. Love said, "What's the issue? Ain't no issue." Venus, peace, love, happy belated birthday. Thank you, Venus. Xylon Farrell. Everybody up in here in Zynga on the 7-Eleven side of the game. Hit the super chat. Listen, can we get 5 books sold tonight? Listen, there's 60 people in here. I would love to get 20 books sold tonight. Can we get 20 books sold tonight? If you buy them tonight, I'll ship them off tomorrow. And you're getting an hour free coaching with every book sale. So the book is paying for the $300 hour, an hour coaching session with me. The value is $350. If you buy the Shrouded Lighthouse, all you got to do is go to my website, MrZowhat.com. Buy the Shrouded Lighthouse book. You get the book, you send me a snapshot, that's what it's called, a snapshot of your digital receipt. You email it to VOR106@gmail.com. I will personally respond to your email, and we will schedule a time to set up the coaching. I'm only available Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. At 6 p.m., I'm done. But can we get 20 books sold today? MrZowhat.com. Go there now. Go there now. MrZowhat.com. Email your receipt, VOR106@gmail.com. Get there now. My playlist is my co-host. Come on, man. Y'all got to give it up for this playlist. Rick James? I'm Rick James. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Come on, man. That's Money Talks. Rick James. My playlist is my co-host. The Voice of Reason is live on KBLA Talk 1580. We have an amazing topic cracking right now. Phone lines are jumping. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Tonight's topic, it's a lava topic. You know what that means, a lava alert. It's hot, it's heated. Attachment for hire. A deeper look at what it means to date/marry a social mercenary. When we look at the etymological root of the word mercenary, it means for hire, wages. It actually means wages. What? This takes me back to Dr. Phil. What is your payoff? What are you getting out of this? What's your payoff? So many people are in a relationship for a particular payoff. And they might not care, and I would dare say they really don't care about who's paying them off so long as they're getting their payoff. What's your payoff? Why are you here? What's your payoff? What do you want? That's a terrible, terrible Dr. Phil. I'm sorry. Let's get to the phone lines. Who's been on the line the longest? Reggie, Austin, Texas. Get in here, Reggie.
Man, it's crazy how you can call one thing something based on the part of the country that you're in. And you can call it whatever you want to call it or label it however you want to label it. But in the end, the truth is just the truth. You know what I'm saying? In Detroit, we have pop. In the West, y'all had soda. Down South, everything was Coke. But, you know what I'm saying? After you answer all the questions, it's just a soft drink. You feel me?
Right.
So you can call yourself being chivalrous or whatever you want to call it. But the bottom line is you're a social mercenary because you're selling out for something that's bigger that you want. I think as young people we were taught to be chivalrous, and to us chivalry was synonymous with being liked. And when you're liked, you're rewarded. You know what I'm saying? You certainly aren't being challenged, and you're just coasting. And the person who simply wants to be accepted and appreciated really just wants to be comfortable. And so you hide really well in comfort and secrecy. And real relationships are mirrors. So you can't hide in a real relationship. It just shows you who you are. And so the flip side to living a lie is either you stop the lie or you lean into the lie. And so you decide to lean into the lie, that means going after the biggest draw. So you go after the person with the most status, with the most trappings of success, whatever, the most money, whatever. Because if you're going to sell out, you have to get everything you can. That's the mercenary. The mercenary wants to get everything they can and sacrifice as little of themselves as they can. You know what I'm saying? But one day, you wake up and you want something real. And you understand that the reality begins with you. And so you have to stop living that lie, stand on your own feet, and be who you are, whatever that is. And you can't be liked by everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're not everybody's cup of tea. Some people like chocolate, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? So it isn't about, being a skeleton key and working every lock. It's about being who you are. And if that's not you, then, all right, that's not for you. It's, you know what I'm saying? There's 40 million people in this country that you could probably date. You can't date that one. But it's not like your life is a failure because you can't date that one. It's somebody else, you feel me? So it's really about being who you are and stop living that lie. But it's hard to undo a lifetime of lying to yourself. It's hard to undo a lifetime of being who people want you to be. And you have to ask yourself some questions you really don't want to answer. But you deep down know the answer. So you have to be honest with yourself and just be what you are. Be who you are. You know?
But it's hard. It's hard when your mask. Let's lean into this idea. Many people know me as myself, with all my insecurities, fears, unhealed wounds, all of that stuff. Me as myself, I can't get nobody. But me as my mask, I can get anybody. That's how people think out here in this world, sir. The mask I've been working on. Tyrese said it was transactional, and he said the woman that he was with was a better actor than him. So what happens is people lean into mask manufacturing because they feel like the mask can open doors that the real person that they are cannot. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the problem is when you wear the mask so long, you forget you're wearing a mask.
Ooh.
Or you try to, you forget you're playing a character
And it's like everywhere you go, you're that character. And y'all have stopped shooting the movie like a month ago, and you still that character.
So we Bishop. We Bishop from
Yeah,
Juice.
that's it. I was thinking of that, man. I was thinking of that. I was like, Tupac was Pac before Bishop, but after Bishop, I saw Bishop whenever I saw Tupac.
That's because,
it, yeah.
let me just say this in defense of Tupac. That's because people don't understand Gemini. He was always Bishop. It's just that he knew when to show the cool twin, and every twin, Geminis, we got a cool twin and we have a Lucifer twin. Disrespect us and the Lucifer twin comes out. That's all that is. People just don't understand Gemini. People say he became Bishop. No. He gave life to Bishop with something that was real in him. Trust me when I tell you that.
Well, I guess going with that line of thought, you can have a relationship that gives life to a part of you that is everlasting.
Mm-hmm.
You can give life to the best parts of you, and life to the lighter parts of you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The more translucent parts of you, the more transparent parts of you. Those things can get highlighted in the right relationship.
Mm.
But you don't give that a chance when you're wearing a mask and doing what's easy.
100% agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. But you got to remember, people out here starving. So if they got to act like something they not, I mean, come on, that's part of corporate America. Fake it until you make it. It's a lot of people faking it until they make it into the relationship they've targeted. What are your thoughts?
If you keep faking it so long, you'll forget that you're faking it, and your base is not going to be strong because you've been faking it for so long. There's another side to that. And
wait. I want to hear the other side on the other side. The voice of reason with his homie Reggie. Reggie is always cooking. You already know Austin, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Non-judgmental conversation. Get in here. What y'all think about tonight's topic? What up, y'all? How come I can't see y'all? Why can't I? Show. Texas gang, 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 gang. What y'all think of tonight's topic? And Zinga came in here and aired out Tyrese.
I give a fuck about that boy crying over that boy a fool. That's why you gotta be careful, cause what happens is you treat people that you don't like as much, kind of like bad, and then I always be like, be careful, because when you find you're gonna fall in love with somebody, they're gonna end up being your karma. So that's what happened. He played all these girls to the left. Lord, so many stories about that man. And then when he got his heart broken by the one he wanted, boy, bye. You should be nice to people across the board. Don't treat people, girl. You can look at that woman. No.
Great show tonight.
His new girlfriend look like SZA.
Whose new girlfriend look like SZA?
Look, Tyrese. Ain't that?
Oh, the little Blasian.
Yeah.
Blasian Persuasion. I see him.
Yeah, she look like Tyrese.
Be careful. Might be a different woman, but the same lesson. Might be a different woman, but the same lesson.
I don't think she gonna do it. Like that.
Raggy?
I think he did to himself. That white lady running that man through the...
Can I get some more callers? I need my callers on the line. I need 2 callers. Tyrese needs to stop protesting paying child support for his seed. That's what Pisces Light said.
Yeah, Tyrese ain't no... Tyrese is a clown.
Oh, wait a minute.
Clown Clownderies.
She said clownderies. Listen, you live, remember?
I'm not saying it. We're talking about the show.
Tyrese was a clown. Clownderies. Boy,
Spicy
you,
notes.
listen, man. You are next. Oh, God.
She knows. She knows.
Here we go. Clownderies.
They go fried bait.
Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom terms, fantasies, and fetish? Financial infidelity?
Stupid.
Are they worth the wait? Trust me,
And here we clown.
She knows.
And you still had to play child support.
We know real nigga that was
Mama's
crazy.
baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
God damn, true shit.
They going in.
Trail has
You
been
ain't no
connected
joke.
with a bad touch routine. How does he maintain his humposity?
I like it when it pinches the nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
You got one in the clip, Lord. Please don't play with a
So
lady.
Williams, reason and accountability. The voice of reason.
I'll give you a personal example. The person who sold me this property, he was the seller's agent,
Oh, okay.
right? He was charming and nice and wonderful and lovely and helpful and all the things that I would expect. And I warmed up to him, and he was apparently helping me. And then I remember distinctly at the closing, he sat there with no personality. All of his charm had left. All of his friendliness had gone. He barely engaged with me. He just wanted to be there to collect his check so he could get out of there. And I realized it was all fake. It was all for show. It was all to butter me up so that I would simply sign on the dotted line. And as a result, I will never work with him again as a buyer or a seller. I'll never list with him ever. And I probably will never work with that company again because I realized they just saw me as a number. They never saw me as a person in the first place. He was an old white guy. I mean, that should tell you a little bit of something as well. That's sort of maybe how he was raised in the industry. And by the way, the mortgage broker was no different. You know, he was charming and wonderful and lovely and helped me get a great rate, et cetera, et cetera. And then I remember after I closed, he called me and said, "Congratulations." And I said, "Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you." He called me just to congratulate me on closing on my house. And then the first thing he said to me was, "And if you know anybody who's looking for a mortgage, I'd really appreciate the recommendation." He never called me to congratulate me. He called me because he wanted the referral. Like, give it a breath. You know, like, call me and congratulate me, and a week later ask me for the referral.
And see, let me tell you what sucks about that. Can I say that? What sucks about that totally is that one person colored your entire opinion.
But this is finite versus infinite.
Okay.
He could only see the transaction. He could only see get business, get more business. Get business, get more business. What he didn't understand is he's dealing with a human being, and the more that there's a relationship, I will gladly recommend him. I will gladly introduce you to my guy, right? Now I'm completely agnostic because if you're going to treat me like a transaction, I'm going to treat you like a transaction. If you're going to treat me like a transaction, I'm going to squeeze you to get more money out of you. I want a lower rate. I'm going to squeeze the agents. But if you treat me like a human being, I'll gladly pay a higher rate because I want to work with you. And that's what infinite-minded players understand better, which is you don't have to be the cheapest. You don't have to have the lowest rate or the lowest price.
Why did I play that clip about real estate and mortgages? Because we seem to think that we can sequester this part of our nature when we get into a relationship. We can't. Because guess what? You know another place to see just abject selfishness? Traffic. In traffic, the way people drive, they are driving to get where they're going. And the way you drive might be incompatible. This is why we have accidents. People are doing the most and they're doing it selfishly. And a lot of people in the cars are unaware of other people around them. They don't care. So you see it in traffic, this selfishness, this self-serving, right? This transactional thing. Okay, I'm behind you, but I'm gonna pull out before you because you're in this the right hand lane and you're trying to make a turn, but the car in front of you is broken down. But I'm behind you. I'm gonna leave before you. So if you pull out, depending on how fast you pull out, they might hit you because they don't care about you being in front of them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We're talking about transactional relationships. Huh? Are transactional relationships fundamentally self-serve relating? Is it fundamentally self-serve relating? Huh? We talked about this, and the callers want their say. Reggie was cooking with grease, and he had a two-parter. He's on his second piece right now. Reggie, get in here and rap that.
I think eventually you're going to get sick of yourself. And you're going to get sick of the lie that you're telling. Because it's just not congruent with who you are. And, just like the clip that you played, the person was sick of the foolishness. And, he couldn't be a part of that relationship anymore. He played his part when he was buying that house or whatever. But I guess he could have seen through the shenanigans then. He played his part, he couldn't play it anymore, and that was it. So I guess what I'm saying is the bottom line is you are going to get sick of yourself and get sick of the foolishness, and you got to be who you're going to be, whatever that is. Even if you suffer for a little while, at least you be suffering for who you are and not something that you conjured up. You know what I mean? And so I think that's the bottom line. Be who you are. Eventually, it's going to work out.
I love it, brother. I love it. Thank you for hanging on the line. We appreciate it. Reggie brought Austin, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to Bronx, New York. Let's go. The reasons that we're here. Hey, I need callers. Where are my callers? Where are the callers? Come on, y'all. Jump in here. Call your brother. I want to talk to you. Ask Jesus why he take that long ass weed nap during slavery. Y'all be on side conversations for real. Tap in. Tap in. Tune in.
Did you hear this?
It wasn't my type at all. My type was actually Paul Walker's piece. What more? He wasn't my type at all, and my type is not white. I'm just saying I was more interested in Paul and other races.
Did you?
I saw that.
I did not see this.
He got the same, didn't I tell you? Same lesson. Different woman, same lesson. 1 minute. Y'all ignoring me? I'm asking for 2 callers. We need 2 callers. I'm sure the Cali child support system is just as... It is. It is. All right, we're about to be live.
Transaction. I want something from you, and I know you want to get something from me, and so let's see if we can engage with each other and do it that way. That's the way businesses can operate, and there's a place for that. But when we talk about relationships, particularly of a more personal nature, we're talking about something much more than simply transactions. And today I'm wanting to talk with you about how healthy relationships can play out and what ingredients we look for there. And I want to compare it to the fact that narcissists don't look at relationships in a healthy way. They look at it as merely transactions, as if it's an exchange of goods and services. Now, first, let's take a look at some of the primary things that we're looking for when we talk about developing and maintaining a relationship. Now, obviously, we can say that a relationship means that we're going to engage with each other on a personal level. Now, you can do this whether it's in romance or in family or friendships. You can even have this kind of mentality within businesses and organizations. It may not be that you're going to have the same heart level of expectation, but it can still be there. There's the personal dimension, and you want to make sure that it's tended to well. And so in those kinds of relationships, you're seeking to find and learn about the other individual's essence. Who are you from the inside out? What is it that drives you, and what is it that
Wait. We got to stop it. Did y'all hear what he just said? I beg to differ. I don't disagree with him. I agree with him 100%. But that was so fire. I really believe that the majority of relationships are filled with people that don't do what he said. I want to get to know the essence of you. In today's society, people ain't got time for that kind of connection. And because so many people are so wounded and haven't done little to no work on themselves, they don't want to be vulnerable to get to know the essence of somebody. In order to get to know the essence of somebody, you got to share your essence. And a lot of people, I'm not doing that. Most people are here for quid pro quo. Value for value. Transaction. That's most people. Okay, I'm sorry, because normally I let these clips play, but he was cooking. Just finish it.
There's the personal dimension, and you want to make sure that it's tended to well. And so in those kinds of relationships, you're seeking to find and learn about the other individual's essence. Who are you from the inside out? What is it that drives you, and what is it that makes up the fullness of what you are, your core beliefs and those kinds of things? And we like to know those things about one another. When we develop relationships, we like to know what your preferences are, or some of your unique life experiences. Tell me about those kinds of things. And what is it that gives you a thrill? What are some of the disappointments that you've had? What are some of the hurdles that you've had to go through? In relationships, we learn those kinds of things. In relationships, we hope that we can, we want to build up one another's hopes, and we share our hopes with each other. We talk about some of the needs that we have, not just of a physical nature, but of a personal nature that can be there.
A personal relationship is a spiritual exchange. And now it's all starting to come very clear to me. This is why people don't have spiritual relationships. Because spirituality is not fun. It's not very comfortable. You're going to feel naked and exposed most of the time. Ah, this is tough. Let's get over to Strella. She's in Bronx, New York. Strella, get in here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. What are your thoughts on tonight's show?
Oh, so I got two on the clip.
Say what?
And when I say I have two on the clip, can you hear me?
Yes.
There's this one guy, right? He's a WTC survivor, meaning World Trade Center survivor.
Mm-hmm.
So he leaves with his wallet, which is what I learned from your book, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So everything with him now with me is like, I'm going to give you this. I got you this. Next month we're going to go to Bahamas. And everything is what he's about to do. So when we first dated, but like years before the pandemic, it was all good. It was all great. Like, we were just dating, like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the pandemic, he's been trying to get back with me, whatever. But I was engaged at the time. So I didn't pay him no mind. But after the engagement, now he's back. So guess who else is back? Jay. And that's who's like a celebrity. He's a athlete. Anyway, now Jay is back also. Jay doesn't leave with his wallet. Jay is actually into spirituality.
Mm.
And I'm so much more inclined to Jay. No matter money was either or. I have my own. So why does Cal have to leave with a fucking wallet, even though he's a survivor from something that's so drastic like World Trade Center? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you have to leave with your wallet?
Mm. Mm.
And I'm so much more inclined to Jay. Yo, it's bugged out, but can you, like, break that down for me?
Well, it sounds like you're interested in the guy that has a little bit more substance. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like that's what.
Yes.
So here's the real question. Do you entertain the other guy that's superficial? Is he still around? Do you still...
I'm gonna be your friend, and that's about it. You ain't fucking me.
Oh!
Twice.
You can't... Wait, Strella, let me tell you. We're on terrestrial radio. You can't use profanity. Yeah.
So I told Cal, I'm like, you're not doing me. And I'm not doing you because I'm not attracted to him no more. I don't care how much money he got. And you know, WTC survivors get mad money. Plus, he's also like a Navy and he's all that. Like, he got all that bread. I'm not interested in all that. That's what I'm saying. Like, once you find yourself in spirituality, and not just spirituality, but even just find yourself within yourself, your purpose. None of that even matters, no matter what a dude got. As far as like money, like, that's out of here.
So I will say this though. Please, please, please do what your heart says. And if your heart says go with meaning, choose meaning. Because you know where money will lead if that's all he's leading with. You know where that's going to lead to. Disappointment, dissatisfaction.
And that's all he's talking about. Like, he's talking about getting me a car and getting me... I can get that myself.
I believe it.
I don't want it right now. I don't have it right now because I don't want it right now. It's not feasible for me. Like, you know my budget. You're here thinking that I can get this, I get that through you, but you don't know what my plans are.
Wait a minute. I'm getting...
Like, when you said when the dude leaves with his wallet, it's true. Like, y'all don't even know what the hell it is aside from that.
But let me say this. Is there some little part of you that actually wants the dude that leads with his wallet? Some little part? Because if there was no part of you that was interested in him, he would be ghost. he would be escorted exit stage left. Why is he still here?
I have great peace of the power of the SSY. I think that's why he's still around.
So you gave it to the dude you don't want to mess with?
Yeah, back in the day. And he still can't forget about me. Now he's trying to come back.
But
after his divorce.
Are you giving him?
I never forgot about you.
But are you giving him some kind of hope? Does he have some kind of notion?
I told him that I would go with him to the Bahamas. I did tell him that.
See? So you're a co-creator of the mess you don't want.
I wanted to go.
No. So transactional. Thank you. It's coming out.
Exactly.
It's coming out.
But that's what I really want. I want Jay. I want his big 464 ass.
You cussing
Jay.
again? She just.
I've been dealing with Jay since 2013. You know that?
I don't know Jay. You talking to me like I know these people. I don't know none of these people.
You know, in these conversations, you gotta listen to me. You my big bro. Listen, I've been fucking with. I'm sorry, acting with.
Okay, there. That's it. That's it.
Cut her all the way off. Lord.
What in the Sam heck
Jesus.
is going on?
That was emotional words.
Now y'all know y'all can't just call in here cursing willy-nilly. Oh, Lord. This is crazy. Andy. Andy. Let me just say this.
I'm sorry for that one.
We got a one diet curse word. One. If they say damn, and then they even sound like they about to say damn again, they got to go.
So we banning the word damn.
We gonna ban damn.
Okay.
Sean, you can't say ass no more. Or damn. Sean is good for ass and damn. No more. Don't call in here with no profanity. What in the Sam? Listen. What in the Sam heck is going on? Lord have mercy. I know these topics get a little lit. I know people are turned up. But you gotta have some level of decorum. These are some intellectual discussions. And they might be a little funny. But for the most part, we're really trying to get some understanding here. So let me reset. If you're just tuning in to the Voice of Reason, we're talking about being in a relationship with a social mercenary. And the young lady from the Bronx kind of showed some of that. You can't be out of alignment with self. If you say with your mouth, I want a spiritual person, but your actions, right, are not in alignment with what you're saying, that means there's inner conflict and turmoil within you. So you're saying, oh, I want a spiritual person, but I told Jay I would go to the Bahamas. And Jay is transactional, leading with his wallet, trying to control and manipulate situations. And if you give that person an inkling of hope, then we got problems. You're not in alignment with what you say you want. And I find that is a lot of people's issue, right? A lot of people will say they want something, but may not be ready to have it. And I've heard, it was Uncle Bobby who told me this. Bobby said, I mean, there's a lot of people pining for things in life. But if you got it, what would you do with it once you got it? Kumo D said it another way. He told me a story about Will Smith. And what he said was quite interesting. He said Will Smith had, early on, before he got really, really wealthy, he had been pining to own a Bentley. And, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air blows up, he gets the Bentley. He said once he drove off the lot, it was the most unfulfilling thing he's ever done. It didn't mean anything once he got it. And let me tell you, relationships work a lot like that too. Sometimes God gives you what you want so you can recognize that you didn't want very much. So you can recognize that your vision is actually broader than what you focused on. So many times in relationships, we go in thinking, this time I'm going to find somebody. Yeah, you get buyer's remorse. You get buyer's remorse in relationships. This time I'm going to find somebody that's going to love on me at the level that I love on them. That's not how love works. That's relationship brokering, right? It's not, you have to be what you want. You got to be that. And when you are that, you don't have, listen to what I'm about to say. Somebody meme this. When you become what you want, you'll never have to ask for it again. You don't have to ask for it in a person because it comes to you organically. This is back to my point about organic reciprocity over transactional reciprocity. When you become what you want, when you become empathy for self, when you become loving, when you become nurturing to self, when you become accepting of self, when you become the things that you were taught to want as a relationship expectation from others, when you become it, you'll never have to ask for it again. The reason why you're demanding and asking and writing expectations and this is my standard is because you never gave it to yourself. You never loved on yourself. And I'm not talking about, in private when it's just you and yourself. I'm talking about accepting all of you, everything about you, your everything, your personality, your quirks, your flaws, your weakness, accepting it all. If you don't do that first with self, trust me, you're gonna fake it in a relationship. This is the recipe for what for becoming a relationship thespian, an actor. Trust me when I tell you, when we come forward, we're going to Bellflower, California. No profanity. You know I'm pissed off, right?
Why?
Because this ain't no fucking rinky-dink ass operation. This is not a rinky-dink operation. This is a real radio show. This... You gotta respect the fucking platform. You gotta respect it. It did, gourmet. It did. This ain't the play. This ain't the place to play. Like, don't fucking play. This is for real serious people that are serious about changing their lives. This is not a performance. You're right, I can't pick and choose. But what I can do is block motherfuckers that have no respect. That's what I can do. That's exactly what I can do. I feel better.
Yeah, she gotta read the room, baby.
Give her one more chance.
No, she gotta read the room.
No. 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 Mm-mm. No. No. No.
Girl, you think people fucking and fuck, girl, you better
No.
switch several streets, baby. This is not the brown paper bag show. Lady just jumped. Lord Jesus. Thank God we got Andy.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You just can't come in here on the disrespect side of the game. You just can't do it. Really.
When you see a wrench, and look, when you see a wrench, where's that spell wrench? Have you ever seen that meme? Wrench.
This is big time. Like, this is, come on, man. Like, performing and goofying and just all of that. Come on. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This is a person who's been trying to get on the platform for a while. Andy had issues with her 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and was saying, "Who is that?" Hey, that's why Andy came in here and said, "Yo."
Oh, that was her. Oh.
So I love Nzinga, and Nzinga is sweet. Give her another chance, and blah blah blah. We've been trying to deal with this, like, and today, against my better judgment, is, yo, my better judgment is, yo, give her a chance. Fuck it. I gave her a chance. Let her get on. Andy's like, yo, from last week, the one that was arguing with me. So come on, like, motherfuckers be acting like I don't give people chances. I give people chances now.
Chances overrated.
Like, for real, I give people chances. But when I give you a chance and then you on some weirdo, okay, cool. I'm texting my woman as she's coming on. I go, this might be bad.
This is gonna go, yeah.
And it went bad. Oh, did I do it? Did I magically this? Before she got on, say, yo, the next caller, this shit might be different. Yeah.
Don't meet you. That lady was crazy. I was tired listening to it. Where's Fred been?
Fred? I don't know where Fred is.
Fred got a woman.
Fred busy. I mean, cussing up a storm.
Oh, she had fire P-U-S-S and F.
Spelling pussy. Just
girl,
what?
Sit your ass down somewhere. Jesus.
Freddie Tinkles.
Fred. At the foundry.
Down at the foundry. See, me and my brother, we started at the foundry first. That was our first job down at the foundry. We used to sell lemonade and clams down at the foundry.
Damn, true shit. I think the lady got the. Foundry.
Hey, that's Bruno Mars. My playlist is my co-host. Man, you know, Bruno ain't that bad. Sometimes he can find his way. Money makes her smile is the name of the record. You're listening to the Voice of Reason here on KBLA Talk 1580. Clearly, we have an incendiary topic. People calling in here, cursing and whatnot. Lord have mercy. Because we're talking about the different levels of transactionalism in relationship. And I believe, and you've heard me say on numerous shows, that people can become relationship mercenaries. And when you look up the word mercenary, mercenary just means for hire. Wages. I'm here to get paid. And there are many people who come into a relationship with that exact mind state. Right? So I asked the question, are you transactional, reciprocal, or personal? And I think the personal relationship is probably the more elusive relationship, because that is the relationship where the consideration, there's mutual consideration, mutual respect, mutual understanding. There's this commitment to understanding and knowing each other without judgment. Then you have the reciprocal relationship. The reciprocal relationship is, I'm going to reward you for the good things you do for me, and I'm going to punish you for the things that aren't so good or that aren't meaningful or that aren't worth anything. And then you have the straight up transactional relationship. This relationship has no expectations. The only expectation is quid pro quo, equal value, value for value. I'm here to get something. And, you know, when we start looking at it from a social space, some of the concepts that we hear in podcasts all over the country exhibit transactional and reciprocal ideas about relating. It's rare. I mean, I hear people talk about the personal in a superficial space at the beginning. Oh, I want somebody to love me. I want somebody to care for me and hold me. And let the money go bad. Let the bread get flaky. Well, you know, I do want that from you, and I do love you, but things have taken a turn for the worst. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's talk about it. Banks from Bellflower, California is in the building. Get in here.
Hey, Joe.
What's up, man? Now you do know there's no you do know there's no profanity, right?
All the time. I know all about that.
All right, cool. Lord have mercy. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, well, first of all, kudos, man, to Travis Smiley and you, man. I thank God for you guys. I thank God that we have a place that we can call our own, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Banks.
And that just means a whole lot to we as people, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what do you think about tonight's topic? Is it resonating with you?
Well, the topic is, on the topic, you know, when you first meet somebody, you meet your representative. You don't meet the real person. You don't meet the real person. So, you know, down the road, you know, you finally come to know the real person. But when you first meet somebody, you really meet a representative. You know, they're representatives of it. So, but it's just, you know, you have to, at the end of the day, you got to be yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be yourself. You know, people say, I'm going to fake it. You going to fake it till you make it? No. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be me till I make it. Cause if you can't accept who I am, I'm just me. I ain't faking nothing. You ain't faking no funk, no nothing. This is just me. Accept me for who I am. Don't accept it at all.
That's what it is. That's what it is, Banks. But I believe this, though. Tell me what you think about this. I believe if you're dealing with people who don't really have a fundamental understanding of themselves, it's going to be hard for them to just be themselves. They have to discover who they are. You know, everything is a process, right? If you learn how to smoke cigars is a process that you have to figure out. You got to figure out what you like by trying different things, right? So,
Right.
so again, with relationships, sometimes you got to go through a few of them to figure out who you are, how you show up, what you like, and what you don't like, so you can get a better sense of self. But many people, I believe, don't get into a relationship with that focus. What are your thoughts?
Well, yes. I mean, you don't really, like I said, you don't really know a person until you get to know a person. When you get to know a person, they say, well, I didn't know you like this. Well, I didn't know I was like this till you brought to know. I know I am, man. Who I am. I didn't know I was like this either till you showed me how I was.
Until you showed me.
Right,
No, that's wisdom right there. That's wisdom, Banks. I appreciate the call, man. You brought Bellflower, California in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know the routine. All you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. Listen, when I come forward, oh, I got time. Great. So, we talked about transactional relationships. We talked about the facade. We talked about the mask. We talked about the mercenary. But let's get deeper into the conscious relationship. A conscious relationship is a relationship that's created purposefully, decisively, and with intention. It requires clarity and choice around how you want your relationship to feel, how you'd like to love and be loved, and what your boundaries and non negotiables are. And it's intentionally structured to support those needs and desires. A conscious relationship, conscious relating. I'm aware of me. I'm aware of light me and dark me, conscious me and unconscious me. I'm aware of how I fail myself in life in general. And I'm transparent about those failures. We are dealing with a conscious relationship as opposed to a transactional one. Listen, when we come forward, I'm going to dig deeper into this concept so we can have a polar opposite to weigh against the relationship mercenary. Whew, Lord. I agree. Be your authentic self.
Who's this?
Huh? No, I'm reading some of these comments.
Who's that?
I definitely think we were not designed to go through all that we do. Interesting.
It
Interesting.
could all be so simple,
We think.
but you gotta make it hard. I mean, things are complicated as it is. There's no need for us to overcomplicate it. Keep it simple, silly. Kiss. We be it's complicated, then we make it overcomplicated, then we overthink it, then we don't do nothing, then it's just levels to just the craziness. But I had to learn that.
They listening to you.
I know my babies be listening to me. I be listening.
Do you know that you guys are Arabia's babies?
Yes.
Then she goes, yes. Arabia, if you've had this many babies, you, yeah, 50, 60 babies. What the fuck?
Too cute.
You the baby.
That's what my mom said. Oh, you can't be calling grown people babies.
Team Ari all day.
Ah, you better recognize.
Bet 100, shoot 100.
Better recognize. Go on,
Motherfucker.
y'all. My baby, they all
Oh my God, this was crazy.
I love y'all so much.
When I can legally vote. Motherfucker. Who's the comedian that does that? He's hilarious. What's his name?
Who did that?
I gotta shout him out.
Who did that? Arnett J.
Arnett J.
Only because they're in the break.
I bet you've never heard that James Brown record. My playlist is always going to be my co-host. The voice of reason is on complete fire on KBLA Talk 1580. Man, we out here killing it right now. This topic is deep, man. It brings out deep passions within people. And we talked about the mercenary. But if you want a healthy relationship, it must be conscious. Conscious means aware, right? You have to remember, modern day relationships, they do in fact go beyond biological needs into the realm of emotional and spiritual. The transactional relationship wants to be rooted in biological needs, superficial activities, and living the good life and doing all of these things. But modern relationships, those that are healthy and those that have staying power, also understand that there is an emotional and spiritual component that has to be fed and nurtured as well. And whenever you get into high emotional IQ, high spiritual IQ, you're going to start to see a general oneness of all things that are alive. Do you understand that? You're going to have a respect for life. So that means you're going to have a respect for your wife or your husband, because you're going to understand, yo, in the broader sense, how can I disrespect them when a piece of God lives in them? Conscious relating. Now, conscious relating is frowned upon, I believe. I believe it is. Right? And the reason why is because conscious relating isn't about materialism. It isn't about capitalism. It isn't about gain. It isn't about winning. It isn't about coming up on the come up. It's not about those things. It's really about saying, how can I utilize my internal conscious observer to watch me while I react and interact with people? So if I'm interacting with somebody, your conscious observer is saying, do you see how you just dismissed that person? This is you telling you, not you being told by somebody on the outside going, man, you didn't even see that kid over there trying to get your attention. They wanted an autograph, or they wanted your attention. They wanted you to talk to them. This is you doing it to you. Many people don't know how to cultivate that element of self-awareness, right? So in conscious relating, there is a conscious observer that is designed to observe your internal self, to be aware of how you show up. Now, a conscious commitment is different than a transactional commitment. The transactional commitment or the mercenary commitment is based on, this is what I want. That's why you hear people saying things like, I didn't sign up for this. This is the transactional piece. The conscious commitment is I'm signing up to grow. I'm signing up to learn. I'm signing up to empathize. I'm signing up to be compassionate. I'm signing up to forever try to stay on my self-awareness game. I'm signing up to be a better communicator. I'm signing up to leave wounds in the past. This is conscious relating versus transactional relating. Transactional relating is looking for security. Conscious relating is looking for freedom. See, where there are four walls, you can only have so much love, i.e., conditional. I know you don't want to hear it that way. Where there is fear and anxiety and walls up, love gets constricted. The highest consciousness of love, the highest level of love is unconditional, i.e., freedom. Most people don't know how to be in a relationship with a free person because they themselves are an inmate to wounds they haven't dealt with. Let's put it this way. Where does all the work in an intimate relationship come from? Does it come from trying to get your partner to conform to your beliefs and expectations? Or does it come from you analyzing and recontextualizing your own beliefs and expectations? Sometimes you need an intimate mirror to show you what you have neglected about you, right? It's hard work, it's frustrating, but a lot of people don't like, many people I should say, don't like to blame themselves. They don't like to blame themselves. They don't like to put themselves in an accountable space. Saying, oh, you know what? I misunderstood you. I didn't know where you were coming from. Many people hate to do that to themselves. Yes, you misunderstand yourself when you project yourself as something you're not. I'm sorry. I don't know who I'm talking to. It's easier to blame your partner. It's easy to say, you know what, it's your fault. How many times in relationships have you heard something like this? You made me do that. Do you know what the opposite of you made me do that is? I lack discipline. I lack self-discipline. I lack the discipline to control myself when I get triggered. That's the opposite of you made me do that. But you made me do that is an easy scapegoat. That comes from the mouth of unconscious people. Nobody can make you be you. Did you hear that? Nobody can make you be you. You all the time. So, a conscious relationship, one that is aware, right? One whose intent is based on self-discovery, not demands couched in relational expectations. I'm gonna need you to do this because I signed up for this and this is what I need in order to be happy. Listen, what are you, an adult child? Am I supposed to constantly feed your needs? I've talked about this before. Most of your needs can be, listen to me when I say this. Most of your needs can be squashed internally. Most of your needs can be dealt with internally. Go back, figure out who raised you and what was wrong with them. Once you find out what was wrong with them, then you can say, okay, this part of what they taught me was good. This part of what they taught me, not so good. So you know what? The not so good goes into the fat category. I'm cutting the fat from my primary caregivers. How about that? And I'm going to start with a new pen and start self-authoring how I want to be in the relationship, right? Let's get conscious. Your partner can't give you anything other than a mirror reflection of what you've dealt with or what you haven't dealt with. Now, they can feel good. Oh, yes, partners can feel good, right? They can accompany you on your journey. Yes, they can do a lot of things. But what they can't do, listen, because I hear a lot of people misspeak this, what your partner can't do is heal you. They can reflect the wound back to you to say you got something to work on, you need to heal something, but they can't heal it for you. Only you can heal it. So, let's become conscious men and conscious women. And let's get into conscious relationships and conscious marriages and start giving birth to conscious kids and start building conscious communities. And I'm not talking about the YouTube consciousness, or I'm not talking about social media consciousness. I'm talking about mind your business consciousness. Our family business of conscious loving and relating ain't nobody else's business. I'm not talking about Instagram conscious. I'm talking about at home, loving, supporting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Pouring into each other. Listen to what I mean by pouring. Pouring into each other respect, integrity, honor, love, empathy. Man, we'll have a different community in 20 years if we do that. I started the conversation. It's time for you to finish it. My brother Danny Morrison is coming up next. The Voice of Reason is going to wrap up his week tomorrow with another slapper.
No, it don't have to anyway.
Yo, Jehoshaphat.
What?
What in the Sam hell?
What in the Caribbean jerk chicken?
What in the Caribbean jerk chicken was going on here? God damn. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.